No.
Hello everyone, this is TFG episode 23. We're exactly 1 to 2 weeks away from WrestleMania, and it is exactly WrestleMania season. So what better video to drop than a top 5 best WrestleMania moments?
Yep. No better way to do it. WrestleMania is right around the corner. And what better way to do it than where me and Enigma before? I'm Young Smooth,
I'm an English before.
and this is the top 5 WrestleMania moments in our opinions.
Alright, number 5 is Triple H, the game, versus Great Kid,
Shawn
Shawn
Michaels,
versus. I'm not
the
gonna make a
Rabbit, Wolverine. Here,
All right.
Rabbit.
I was gonna say I'm not gonna make a joke about that, but yeah, basically the Wolverine,
For those of
the
you who know about
headbutt
his past, you guys know.
master, the
I know some of you.
crossface
Hold on, Enigma. Hold on for.
originator.
You heard? Enigma?
I'm thinking of every nickname I can.
Uh. Well, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
All right. I know some of you are gonna be like, "Oh, why are you putting this man on the list?" Listen, guys, Chris Benoit is a wrestler. Is an amazing person. He's an amazing wrestler. I mean, this has
Person
nothing
that
to do with
definitely.
his personal life. Okay, this has nothing to do with his
Right.
personal life. We're just talking about the wrestler Chris Benoit.
Don't
All
worry.
right.
Well, some people have mixed feelings. I do too, but he is a wrestler.
Well, we're just talking about his wrestling career. We're not talking about Benoit the person. We all know that what he did.
But
And since this
but
is a PG
also
show, and I was
yeah, but uh, let's talk about that match, that historic match where I think Benoit was, I think, against all odds in this three-way.
he was because out of all three, think about it. H had multiple world champions under his belt. Sean, of course, was a legend. He had main evented WrestleMania before.
And he was constantly beating Triple H.
Exactly. So I remember like clearly that this was like a bittersweet moment for Benoit because if you think about everything that Benoit had been through up until this point in his career, it was like 18 years on the road with traveling with Eddie Guerrero through New Japan, through all the indie scenes back in the days.
Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico, exactly. So that's why I thought he was gonna win. And yeah, he won the Royal Rumble to earn the opportunity. But it was just shocking to me as well because he was on SmackDown at the time and he moved over to Raw.
Yeah, and you didn't think, okay, they're gonna put the title on him immediately. They'll probably have him lose and then win it in like 2 pay-per-views.
Yeah, which kind of makes sense because Eddie Guerrero is his best friend. So I guess they
Yeah,
didn't want to have a match between him and Benoit, and of course, it was for the best reason because look what happened. We had that great image. We had that great image of Eddie and Chris both as world champion. So that's why I was
that
happy.
that
Huh?
was more of a hit you in the field in the moment.
Exactly. Like we all know what these two have been through, their history together.
They really climbed the mountain, guys.
Yeah, so I was happy. But let's talk about the moment itself. Coming into this, I honestly thought Shawn Michaels was gonna win. I did
I
not think
did,
Noah was gonna do it. Huh?
I did too. I believe that Sean was winning this, no problem. Like
Exactly.
if freaking we were doing TFG back then, and we were doing predictions, I would have said, yeah, Sean's winning.
Yeah. Out of everybody, I would have said Shawn, Triple H, and then Benoit. That's my order. I would have put it in.
Yeah, like, but Benmo was really the underdog. I'll be honest.
Yeah, he was. But this is why it's such a great moment because it's his history. What he had to get through to get to this point.
It's overcoming all the odds.
All of the odds, exactly. Like
I
being through
forgot who
so much.
back out Triple H. Him beating the champion made it even better because
Exactly.
you don't get that a lot in 3 ways, 4 ways, 6 man, etc. You don't get that a lot. You don't get, oh, I pinned the champion, I submitted the champion, things like that. You don't get that. You get the other guy. You get the third wheel.
Exactly. So that's why it was kind of shocking to me. But I loved it as well. Because no better way to win the world title than offer the world title himself. And this is why it's such a special moment to me because like that image of him winning and just crying in the ring with the world title, and then I don't know where Eddie Guerrero pops up. Like that was a very special moment because Benoit and Eddie are both best friends.
Yeah,
best friends, and they get to share that moment together. And they both were champions at the same time. That's
like
why for me it was great, huh?
they both won at Mania, which was just perfect.
Word. So like that's why it's on this list for me. You know, Benoit has always been a great wrestler. To see him get the main event was amazing. You know, a lot of people has things to say because WWE deleted the history of Benoit winning the world title. They don't talk about it as much, but if you go to the network, and for those of you who haven't seen the match, go watch Chris Benoit in a Triple Threat match at WrestleMania 20. He won the World Heavyweight Champion. Very special moment, very iconic moment, but of course it's deleted away
Yeah,
for the right reasons too.
oh, definitely right reasons. I do love Chris Benoit, the wrestler, but as for the person, that's a talk you'll have to have with me individually.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on Benoit winning the world champion at this time?
Again, it was a real jaw dropping moment because it was like, okay, Sean's probably gonna win, probably gonna pin Benoit. Um, just I would say I'm a Chris Benoit doubter until I saw him win, and I'm not gonna pull a 180 and go, oh, I believe in him from the start. I'm going, okay, that was real shocking. That was a real
Yeah, because before winning the World Heavyweight Championship, he had a lot of WWE title matches and failed all of them. So it's kind of like WWE was like didn't want us to really know because people who watched WWE from back in the days knew that all right, Benoit had a plenty of world champion matches, but can he get it done this time with the spotlight as big as it was?
yeah, like this was WrestleMania, like you, like because it was Benoit and it was like, yeah, you just took like 6 L's for the title previously. You're gonna take a seventh L at Mania, so
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So even though he did win WCW champion, but in WWE he had a lot of title matches and failed.
but I'm glad the fact that he won at Mania, like real, this was like a real underdog one. I know I keep saying that, but it was
Yeah,
just
it
like,
really
oh,
was. Nah, it really was. This was a true underdog. And I
like
feel
before
like
the
this is
COVID,
why a lot of people compare like Daniel Bryan to Chris Benoit because of the stories.
yeah, like that's really all you can compare. And I minus the authority thing, I think Benoit having to face Triple H in his prime, Shawn Michaels in his prime. I think that was like a real
Yeah,
tough
no
call.
doubt. No doubt. Yeah, exactly. No doubt. It was better and tougher because, like you said, Triple H at the time was the hottest in the business. He was multiple time world champion. That's when the world heavyweight champion has just been like 2 years after being like reannounced as a new champion.
I think it was 4 years.
Not because in 2002 they brought back the world heavyweight championship,
Right.
and that happened in 2004.
Oh
So like
shit.
2 years later,
I thought,
Benoit. I mean, yes. Wait. I'm saying stuff wrong. Wait, yeah. So Triple H was the big guy at the time. You know, he's winning multiple world championships. So that's why it was so big. And like you said it yourself, Sean was in his prime. Triple H was in his prime.
yeah, like I think if we were to compare like Benoit's moment and DB's moment, you can say, okay, Randy's at that point where if he takes an L, it doesn't damage him. Dave's at the point where if he takes an L, that doesn't damage him severely.
Yeah. And like Sean, it doesn't damage him. Triple H doesn't damage. But honestly, Benoit would have lost his match. It would have damaged him because, hey, this guy got so many opportunities and he hasn't succeeded in the big moments.
Yeah, like it really like it makes you drop the ball on him, and then you just give up and you're done.
Exactly. That's why this one was a tough one to call back in the days when I was like
Oh,
6 years old. But what you were saying?
you need the fans to help you get over, and if you're constantly taking L's, I can't believe in you.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying that. Yeah, it's true. I agree 100% with you, bro. But yeah, once again, this is one of my favorite moments in history, just because of the emotion, the true emotion you can see out of this man when he wins the world champion. It's just a beauty to see. I just love it. Like, there's no better thing just to see
Like
somebody succeed at something they really want.
And whenever we talk about WrestleManias, I will admit that moment does come in my head a couple times.
That's what I'm saying. That moment comes to my head. A lot of good moments, like we're gonna talk about today. A lot of moments on this list come to my head, and they're here for a reason because this is our top five. This may not be you guys's.
I mean,
This is
guys,
probably not
comment your top
WWE's.
fives. Maybe it's different. Maybe it's
Yeah, give us your top five. Give your thoughts. What you was gonna say?
like feel free. Feel free. We like interacting.
Yeah, exactly. We like interacting, even though it's a Wednesday night, guys. I'm sorry, most of you guys are going to sleep for school and work, but for those of you who are going to be watching after this, leave your comments. Yeah, me and Nima are going to get back to you as soon as possible.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah, I think that's enough for that one.
yeah, we've been on this whole three-way for a while.
Yeah,
Number 4 is, oh man, I think the second the biggest emotional loss I think in wrestling history. Well, not emotional. I'd
yeah,
say like
and
shocker, like holy shit.
yeah, like JBL said it. I don't really like JBL when in terms of commentary, but when he
Mhm.
said this, it was right on point. The greatest streak in sports entertainment came to an end that night.
Number
For those of
four
you who
on
doesn't know, you guys know.
is the Beast conquering the streak.
Exactly. Yep. That's my number 4 as well. And guys, remember, we're not going in where we are going in order because to us, we have bigger moments than this one. But this is a huge moment in WWE itself in WrestleMania history.
Jaw dropper.
Arguably, yeah, Joe Dropper. Like you saw the crowd reactions. Like arguably the greatest streak in WrestleMania history. It is the greatest streak in WrestleMania history. The
Like if
greatest
you told
WrestleMania
me
moment.
5, 6, and 7, hey, the streak's gonna is coming to an end real soon. I'm like, no, it's not. Because when you think about all the big names Taker beat, such as Edge, Batista, Shawn, Triple H, it's like, yeah, he can't lose. And then here comes
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar after God knows how long of not being in a WWE ring. Comes
And
back
honestly,
the streak.
the build for this match, I could have seen Taker beating him. I was like, yeah, Taker's winning this match, bro.
Dude, freaking, it got to the point for me where I was thinking the streak goes down when Undertaker retires.
That's what I'm saying. The streak, he's gonna retire with a perfect record. That's what I thought. And thinking back on it and looking at it now, I think it should have happened like that. But
Yeah,
let's talk
especially
about the WrestleMania moment, huh? What you was gonna say?
I well yeah we're gonna get into the WrestleMania moment, and I think one of the biggest WrestleMania moments also has some exceptions for the simple fact that I think this was the match. This specifically was a match where it was confirmed, Taker, you're old.
Yeah, that's it. You're done. His last good WrestleMania match was against CM Punk.
Yeah, and like before that, like WrestleMania 27, I think it was, where like
Yeah,
he was like
28.
losing after the match with Triple H. I think that was like, all right, Taker, you're getting old, but the streak getting conquered, you're old.
And then 28, he had an outstanding match with Triple H in that Hell in a Cell match.
Impressive. It was really impressive.
But what was your whole thoughts when you first heard about Brock Lesnar and Undertaker? Did you think Brock could conquer the streak for real? Or did you think, like you said, you probably thought Taker had it in the bag, right?
Dude, I thought Taker had it in the bag.
Yeah, me too, because of the whole build. They kept saying conquer the streak too much. I was like, oh, they just saying that too much. So, like, he's not winning. There's no way.
Yeah, like, I've seen too many people. I've seen too many people say, "Hey, I'm conquering the streak." And I'm just like, you know what? That's fine.
Yeah, we saw Punk do it. We saw Batista do it. We saw Edge, Triple H, Shawn Michaels,
Shawn,
exactly, Randy Orton.
like we saw all these people come inches and miles and feet away from conquering the streak. Like
Yeah.
Taker was so godlike at Mania. I could see him take at least 5 finishers and still kick out. But when I saw him take 4 F5s, I'm just like, okay, yeah, Taker's gonna kick out. And then when I just hear the 3, I'm like, wait, what the hell just happened?
He's like, he's breathing like heavily,
It's like, oh,
like that. I'm like, oh shit, like, whoa. But
damn,
I was actually kind of like shocked if you think about it. Oh,
dude,
we
I
got 2 new subscribers.
too.
Hey, thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Drop a like,
Oh, we got
drop a sub,
thank you.
channel notifications, man. Follow me on the link on Twitter. Links are in the description.
Well,
What you were
I'll
saying,
put
though?
the Discord in the comment section right after this video.
Oh yeah, and we got a Discord. Yeah. All right, so what you were saying?
But yeah, like that moment was just a real jaw dropping
Yeah.
experience because it was like for years and years and years we saw Undertaker dominate Mania, or even just win Mania. Period.
And people are gonna like have an issue with this match because they're gonna be like, "Oh, it was boring," but it wasn't the match. It was like what happened at the end itself. It's
Brock,
why it's such a huge moment in WrestleMania.
and I think people forget like the magnitude of a victory like that. I I don't know whether Paul said it like the Monday after, not the Monday after, like the Tuesday after Mania, like in a podcast, or he just said it on Raw blatantly. But
Well,
right after that, Brock Lesnar could have retired, and he would have been God.
hell yeah. And bro, you gotta think about it like this. The whole event that night was such a good night. I don't think it recovered after that. Because the main event, let's be honest, was not good.
Wasn't my favorite.
After that match, like the whole crowd died basically. That's how much
Yeah,
it touched the fans, huh?
like it wasn't oh man sucks. It was holy shit. Nothing
How
else
do we
matters.
exactly? Because your head is so wrapped around it, like you can't get over it. Like this nigga really just lost.
Like he actually lost.
Yeah, that'll be actually pull the trigger. And you know, when I heard about it, it was actually Taker's idea. And my
Yeah,
my my thing was like, why? Why Brock?
yeah. If anything, I think Cena should have been the one.
Exactly. Like years back though, like after 20, probably 29. Instead
Yeah,
of the whole
20.
Dwayne rematch, we could have had Cena and Taker.
Yeah, because I don't think I don't think anyone wanted freaking Rock and Cena too. But not gonna get into that. But yeah, like the streak getting conquered is definitely the most shocking event in Mania history, still to this day.
Exactly. Of course, it's always gonna be remembered in history that Brock Lesnar ended the beautiful longest streak of all time in sports
Tell me,
entertainment.
dude, Brock can retire right now. Screw that he's the two-time Universal Champion. Take that away.
Well, that don't mean anything.
Like
Universal title is irrelevant.
all you gotta say is the guy that conquered the streak.
Exactly. But I feel like before he won the Universal titles, after the streak, he could have added that to his resume, then retired right after that, like a year after that.
Yeah, he could have did that. Like no match after conquering the streak matters.
Look what Jet said. He said Cena versus Rock 2. Cash strikes twice. I
Ha!
agree. That's the perfect title. That's the perfect title. It was the rematch that nobody wanted.
It really wasn't, man. Nobody wanted Rock versus Cena too.
Exactly. But yeah, what we were saying?
Well, have we gotten everything off of Have we gotten everything off of the conquering of the streak?
Um, yeah, I guess so. But there's one more thing I want to say about it is that
Yeah,
I love the crowd's reaction. It was just great.
dude. The crowd,
You see grown men like shocked, grown men crying.
and then the children were just like, "What the hell?"
Like what? Like this is really just happened? Like what the? So that's why it's kind of shocking, and will always be a great moment. Not a great moment, but a big moment at WrestleMania.
Yeah, a big moment of WrestleMania. Like that's like top 5, top 10, like
Yeah,
moments of Mania.
yeah, but definitely all top 5 moments. That's why it's on the list.
Yeah.
But before we get into the
What number is this now? Number 3.
three, yeah, before we get into number 3, guys, drop a like, turn on notifications if you're watching, drop a sub. Me and Enigma are doing this video because WrestleMania weekend is coming up 2 Sundays from now, right?
Pretty sure it's 2 Sundays. It might be next
Yeah,
Sunday.
yeah, it is next Sunday. Yep, next Sunday from now. So, guys, channel notifications that week. Me and Enigma will be flying. No, I'm joking. Who live in New York?
Freaking will be walking.
We'll be going to the MSG event, New Japan, and ROH.
Super
I don't even know
Carnival.
the event name. Yeah, Super Carnival or whatever it's called.
Now I'm
The
getting
G1
this.
card, something like that.
You won.
Yeah, G1 Supercar. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Me and Enigma will be attending. So if you guys want to meet us, we will be there. Nah, you don't even know how we look.
We'll be taking pictures. We'll be doing a video about it and everything.
Yeah. Me and Enigma will be dropping pictures on Twitter, some videos on Twitter as well. We're definitely going to try to put one video up at least on YouTube on this channel, guys. So do not miss it. Channel notifications. And yeah, that weekend's going to be crazy. Go crazy with me and Enigma. All right.
Now time for number 3, right?
Yeah.
You know, I think I'll use the title that JBL used or someone else used. and that is the heist of the century. Seth
Exactly.
Rollins cashing in at WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns.
During their
That,
epic matchup.
like, oh, don't get me wrong. Actually, no, don't get me wrong. Brock versus Brock the first time. I mean, Brock versus Roman the first time was good. It was good, but
Mhm.
Roman got the dog shit kicked out of him.
He was bleeding, and then he just spears him like 3 times, 2 times, I think.
Yeah, and it didn't look like effective spears.
Here's why it was shocking to me because we never had a cash in at WrestleMania. That
Yeah,
was the
we
first ever
didn't.
cash in. At that time, it was 10 years since the Money in the Bank has been out, and there was no cash ins at all. We never had one, so that's why it was shocking. And not only did he cash in at Mania, he cashed in the main event.
Exactly. The WWE title wasn't like co-main eventing or anything. This thing was main eventing, and it had a lot of buzz. And it was, can Roman beat the Beast, or can the Beast just retain? No one
Exactly.
thought Seth's gonna cash in.
I didn't think so because remember he had a match with Randy Orton early on to kick off the show.
Yeah, so you were just like, okay, there's no way in how they're gonna have Seth freaking take a L and then cash
Mhm.
in.
Exactly. I didn't think that. I thought he was gonna cash in like the next day.
Yeah, like some Dolph shit.
Exactly, like the Raw at the WrestleMania. But that's why it was so shocking and one of the biggest moments because nobody saw it coming. I
Like
mean, some
the
people probably
moment
guessed it.
his theme music, you're just like, holy shit.
Yeah, the fans went crazy. It was like, oh wow,
I think
what
Seth
the
got
heck?
the biggest pop ever. Like that.
Well, not ever, but
No, I mean like in his career.
well, one of the biggest pops in WrestleMania history. I'll tell you that much. Um, all right.
Right. Jet put in his
Jet
top
put
five.
something. Me personally, number one, Shawn Michaels retired. Yeah, that was a big moment. We was actually gonna say that one, but we already got something about Shawn coming
Yeah.
up,
Two streak
and we
over.
didn't want to like add too many like Shawn Michaels stuff.
Three Seth Rollins cash in. Hey, look at that. We're both at three. Four, I'm
Exactly.
sorry, I love you. That's another Sean one. And then five, Shinsuke's heel turn. The birth of Low Blow City.
I mean, I respect that list. It was a good list. That's a good list.
That's a good list, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, definitely a good list.
But
But
yeah,
yeah, what we talking about?
Seth's cash in was just unexpected. No one would have convinced me. Yes, Seth is gonna cash in. Hell, even if Dave Meltzer freaking said it, I wouldn't have believed it.
Exactly. Nobody would have like thought about it during the match. If anything, people are probably gonna say, "Yeah, Roman's bleeding. He won, so I think he's gonna cash in after the match." But that didn't happen. He cashed in
During
during the
the
match.
match. Like you don't
So I kind of
I don't think we ever got that before. A cash in during a match.
Shawn Michaels got me hooked on wrestling. I
I think
like that
a
word.
lot of us, man.
Honestly, guys, you guys want to know about Young Smooth? It's gonna be crazy. As much as I talk shit about this guy, talk trash about him. My first ever feud I've ever watched was like with The Rock. The Rock got me like into wrestling.
For me, it was Rey Mysterio. First match I ever saw was Rey Mysterio versus Chavo. I Quit match on an episode of SmackDown.
My first match. Oh, I was gonna be brought up tonight. It's gonna be brought up tonight in a few minutes.
Mm, right.
That was the first ever match I watched.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
just sat during the match,
that was the
winning
most
it,
shocking thing.
the main event.
And just leaving the ring, running up the ramp. That was a crazy scene. He just swings the title around. Like I was like, wow. I
Yeah,
was hyped though because I love Seth Rollins.
I saw him do the whole title swinging thing with the NXT title, and I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna have him let him do that shit as a heel ever.
But then it happened. I was like, wow. But that was a big moment for me because the Money in the Bank, like I said, has never been cashed in at WrestleMania. It was
And
always
I
like
don't
some
think
random place.
during a match.
Yeah, during the match, it was most likely like after the match or like
Yeah,
after, like for
I
example,
was been
like
like,
Batista attacked Edge, like Mark Henry attacked Undertaker, and then Edge cashes in,
yeah,
like
like
things
an
like
attack.
that. Yeah, and then Chris Jericho and Edge. Remember when Jack Swagger cashed in?
Like, it's always been like after an attack, or it's like after the match, like things like that. Like you never got to cash in during the
Match.
match.
And then itself, what was crazy about it was that it happened at WrestleMania during the main event. So yeah, I
Just
definitely love that moment. Hmm?
just
What you said?
perfect time. No one would have saw that coming.
Exactly. If anything, like I said, people were probably thought like it was gonna happen after the match, but it didn't.
Yeah, like exactly. Like it was either after or anything.
So yeah, definitely a big moment in my eyes. You know, Rollins stole the show basically at the end because nobody thought that was coming. I didn't see it coming. I was invested in and interested to see who was gonna win the Roman Reigns match
Yeah,
because of how great it was.
everyone's saying, "Oh, Roman was coming close." I was like, "No, Brock beat the daylights out of him."
No, Roman pulled off like a Super Cena at the
Like he
end.
was putting a Super Cena, but I don't think it was gonna be like Cena versus Brock 2012, where like Brock like owned him and then he was in AA on the steps.
Yeah, that's what got me tired. Like, wow, the fuck.
Like
But
I
yeah,
don't think Roman was gonna pull some shit like that.
yeah, I didn't
But
think
that
so either. But it
wow,
seems like if Rollins didn't cash in, I was gonna get mad because I didn't want that to happen.
yep,
Here's
yeah,
why:
man,
because bro, he was getting his
go back
ass
and
with the whole
watch the
match.
match. Like I'd say the first 10 minutes, maybe 8 minutes, is just Brock throwing him.
That's
And
what I'm
remember,
saying, and they made him bleed and everything.
and then like what in the 6 minute it was like already an F5.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I did not think that was gonna happen. So I was like interested, like, no way. He just beat the crap out of him the whole match, and you mean to tell me he's gonna win like this?
Yeah, like it looks easy.
Exactly. Yep.
Mm.
I was pissed
So,
when Cena beat Brock in 2012. Hell yeah, me too.
yeah, man, it was a fight. Actually, no, it was a massacre, one sided and everything, and then down the steps.
It was just crazy
Like it just made no sense
because
at all.
Brock beat the living daylights out of him.
But
But you know, Vince, John
the
can't lose
Beyond
two huge matches back to back.
yeah, like, all right, he lost the Rock. He can't lose to Brock. Yes, he can. You want to
If you
make
think about
this?
it though, it would have been his worst year, like the way they wanted it to be. It would have been better because not only did he lose to The Rock, then he lost to Brock, he lost to Dove, then he lost to this guy, then he lost to that guy.
Like
Yeah,
that's how you have the worst year ever. You lose every pay-per-view match.
yeah, every big one. So like this one didn't make sense because it was his worst year ever. But he beat Brock Lesnar. Like that doesn't make no
W.
sense.
Like
That's
you
why I
can
didn't
say
like it.
this can be his that 2012 was his worst year, but he still caught some W's. Like you can't deny that.
Yeah, but I think we get off topic here.
Yeah. All right, so is that everything with the greatest cash in all of history?
Yeah, and WrestleMania in our opinions.
Yeah.
Because the greatest cash in to me still will always be Dolph Ziggler
And yeah,
or
definitely.
Edge's first one.
Yeah, Edge's first one was like, wow.
Yeah, hell yeah. I loved it. That was the first ever cash in, so that's why it was so special to me.
All right. So the next match is okay. I think this is the match you were talking about.
Yep. This was my first match I've ever seen in my life. Well, I started watching during the feud, and to me, this match, for those of you who don't know and wasn't like I was too little to remember this, like it was like John Cena versus The Rock. That was our John Cena versus Rock. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was our John Cena versus Rock. So it was like that was the '90s biggest match, but happening in 2000. It was Rock versus Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hulk Hogan too.
Hollywood Hogan, NWO Hogan, Too Sweet Hogan.
Exactly. And honestly, bro, that feud was so good, bro. That's why got me hooked about it. That's why got me hooked into wrestling. That feud, like The Rock on the
Yeah.
mic, Hogan definitely wasn't touching him, but Hogan was a
Oh yeah.
heel, so like he was keeping up with him, huh?
Yeah, like he did his part.
That's what I'm saying. He was a heel, so he was keeping up with him. So like, I loved when he challenged him to a match, and then the way the crowd was just buzzing. It had that big fight feel to it. You know, I always bring that up, guys.
The magnitude of that. Like I can only imagine what the building was like in there.
Exactly. And then once it happened at WrestleMania, and like they both came out of entrances and everything, and then the bell rings, and then they have this moment where they're just looking into the crowd, and the crowd's just going crazy. Yeah, I was mad at the main event, man. I was like, come on, really? You're gonna have Chris Jericho and Triple H main event that year?
Yeah, right.
Over Rock and Hogan? Hell no.
Yeah, Rock and Hogan is definitely like a. This is like beginning of new wrestling.
Yeah, that's
This
what
is
I
a
was saying. Yeah, that's what I was taking. I was like, hell no, bro. No way. But of course, that match stole the show. That was a good match. Well, it didn't
it
steal
really
the show
was.
because they had some good matches on that card, but it was a good match. It was better than the main event. That main event was dog shit, basically. Huh?
I mean, storytelling Jericho versus Hunter was good, but
But it
the
was
match,
good, but the main event sucked.
yeah,
Even Jericho recently talked about it.
yeah, like it was just like the build was good, but the match itself wasn't that good.
Yeah, but how can you keep up after such an iconic match?
Yeah, it's Hulk Hogan in The Rock.
Yeah.
Before Hulk
It was like
Hogan,
a passing of the torch. Kind of what Rock did
like,
to Cena.
yeah, man, dude, we had Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. We had Rock and Stone Cold, John and Randy. Like we you just
Well,
have those.
I don't think Randy ever got the torch though.
No, like I'm saying, like before we get like the torch, I mean the rivalry, we get the torch passing moments.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like John just recently passed the torch to Roman, like a
Like
No
he just
Mercy.
which I don't think he should have given him the torch because he,
But yeah, it was just crazy because they were both looking into the crowd. The crowd was buzzing. They were, you know what was crazy? Hulk Hogan was the heel, right?
yeah,
He was NWO heel, right?
yep,
He was NWO heel, and the crowd was
and the
buzzing
NWO
for him
was,
more than The Rock.
yeah, that was the
Yeah.
funny part. I think Rock versus Hogan was like the beginning of when kids would like heels too.
Exactly. But no, then again, Hulk Hogan is this icon. Like, no matter if he's a heel or not, you're gonna love Hulk Hogan regardless. So the crowd was like, Hogan, Hogan. They were like booing The Rock. Every time The Rock would hit him, they would boo him. Every time Hulk Hogan would hit him, they would cheer him loud. Like, and it was in Toronto, so it was crazy. The crowd like was outrageous.
Right. Oh my god. Freaking
It's
Toronto
Toronto,
is
so they
one.
killed H versus Jericho. Yeah, true. I mean, but it's understandable why they gave him the main event because think about it. Going back. Wait, I'm thinking too much. Hold on. Wait,
You're
going
probably
back
thinking,
into 2001, Unforgiven. Remember, Chris Jericho beat The Rock and Stone Cold on the same night to become the undisputed world champion.
yeah,
Remember that? Yeah, for the undisputed world champion. So like, and Triple H won the Royal Rumble. So in a way, I could kind of understand why you would have given them the main event.
yeah, because it's like back then they actually kept their word about hey, Royal Rumble winner gets main event.
Exactly, because look at the list. The after that, Brock Lesnar won. He main evented with Kurt Angle. Benoit won. He main evented. We just talked about it. Batista won. He main evented. Well, Ray did a main event.
Wait, Ray didn't main event?
No, because remember Triple H and John Cena main evented that year.
Oh shit!
Gee, that Ray won.
Oh,
On the go home, Hogan tried to kill Rock with a truck. Yeah, at Mania they cheered.
yeah,
I know, right? I remember
I
that.
remember that.
That's crazy. But yeah, they were killing the Rock at WrestleMania. They were booing him. So like, wait, I forgot what happened. That like had Hulk. No, it was a very slow match at first. Then it gotten to be good because of the crowd as well. Hogan was holding his own, even though he was kind of old already.
Yeah,
He was already at that age where like he couldn't really do too much, but it was a good match.
and like,
We had Hulk Hogan do like he always does. Even though he was heel, he did like what he usually does. When you hear Hulk Hogan, he starts shaking. Like
yeah,
nobody expected that because oh shit, it's not Hollywood Hulk Hogan. It was the Immortal
Hulkamania.
Hulk Hogan, Hulkamania. Yeah, it's Hulkamania. He does it. He hits Rock, but then again, wait. I want to ask you something, Enigma.
What's up?
Did you think Dwayne should have won? Because that's what happened. Dwayne beat him.
Yeah, I know. And I think it was the right thing because it was like if Hogan beat him, you're telling me an old man can still beat a young guy.
Yeah, and still be the face of the business.
Yeah, and it's like no, Hogan has like a year left, like during there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Hogan did good for the little he could. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, now you pass the torch to Dwayne, and then he passes it on to Cena.
Yeah, yeah, Cena passed it on to Roman, but
Some are late or earlier than others.
yeah, but like I was saying, it was just such a good match, bro. I loved every moment of it. It's a very good match
Just
because Dwayne. I liked how Dwayne handled the crowd that night.
yeah, he did. Who knows? Maybe the Raw after that Mania, he could have turned heel.
You know what's crazy? He did turn heel, but like 10 months later, and there was
Uh,
Hogan, which I don't understand why WWE always does this. Like it was an iconic match, just let it happen once. 10 months
yeah,
later, like no, a year later, it was Hogan and Rock Part 2 at No Way Out.
yeah, at least it was a Mania.
Yeah, now that was when The Rock was here,
Yeah,
so it was
the
just
Rock should have
crazy.
turned the Raw after Mania. Honestly,
Exactly. hmm
like I your
But
hero, the idol.
I just loved how even though he did lose, remember when Scott Hall came down and Kevin Nash came down, because remember he was a part of the NWO, so they started
Yeah,
beating the crap out of The Rock, and the fans just like, oh shit, they started booing him, and then out of nowhere, Hulk Hogan turns face. He helps Dwayne, he beats the crap out of him, and then the match ends. I mean, basically the show basically he turns face with
and
yeah,
Hulk, Rock standing tall.
yeah, standing together. You know, Hulkamania is back.
I mean, it was a good segment, but
Yeah,
I
with the
don't.
perfect time to turn face too.
Yeah, yeah, but like then I don't think yeah, never mind. I think Rock turning heel a couple months later, if like we're gonna keep it like that, yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it actually makes sense because he was like face for too long. I mean, he had turned face like five. Well, not for too long, but I remember '99 he turned face again because he was on the heel side. He was with the Nation of Domination, then with
Yeah,
Vince. Remember that? And then with Vince. So
yeah,
yeah, after that, that's what happened. But yeah, overall, good match. The most
definitely.
iconic match to
Yeah,
me. To me, that's the most iconic match. Even though Rock and Cena has the records, the pay-per-view buys, the event, I mean, the attendance. But to me, this match was better, and it actually had more build.
yeah, like the build just wow.
The storytelling was way better.
But time for number one,
Number one, guys, the boyhood dream.
the boyhood dream, guys. Sean,
Now, for those of you who don't know, I wasn't born for this
neither was
time,
I.
so I can't really go into details on the matchup or anything.
Nah, I've watched the match.
It was a good match.
Yeah, it was a good match. I was looking up the Montreal Screwjob once, like in 2012, 2013. And I found that match. I was like, oh shit! If only I could see Bret Hart today.
Well, I didn't even know that, but I do know this. Like at that moment, Shawn was like a two-time world champion, but that moment was special because it was main event.
Yeah, and like this wasn't like oh Sean's Mister WrestleMania.
Exactly.
I think the Iron Man match with Bret really confirmed oh
Yeah,
Mister WrestleMania.
and you
I
have to also understand this too. Shawn Michaels, when he came in, he was with the Rocky. He's with Marty Jannetty. So to come from a tag team then to being in the main event WrestleMania could be actually a boyhood dream. That's why I like the title.
it is man. Like you're not gonna tell me oh hey a tag team guy can be world champion back in the early 1900s. If you were a tag team guy, you were staying a tag team guy until you turned heel, and then you were just going to be mid card for a couple years, and then you're going to be world champion.
Exactly. Which I love this heel turn. The barbershop scene. It's one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah, just guys, I think Sean has like the best heel turn of all time.
Hell yeah. Bro, that's what started the whole how you say it. Because heel turns was before that, but it started the name heel turn.
Wait, dude, there's a comment. The Iron Man match itself is slightly overhyped to me. To me, it's not about like the Iron Man match itself. I think it's the fact that Sean won.
Yeah, true. And you gotta remember
Because
this, because Brett and like Sean had a lot of history. Wait, this was before the Montreal screw job, right?
I think, don't quote me on that.
I'm not sure. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right because Sean was. Yeah. You're right. Wait, but
Yeah,
I don't think so because then Bret Hart won. So yeah, it was after. Yeah, you're right. It was after.
yeah, like
Yeah, you're right.
it would have been really hard for anyone that was in like Brett's shoes to just be okay with the match and how it went.
Yeah.
But the fact that like Sean had like climbed this ladder of like superstardom was just amazing. And it wasn't like, oh no, DX was at ringside or anything. No, no, this was just Sean. Sean
On his own.
proving, giving you a reason why I should be called Mr. WrestleMania.
That was the beginning of Mr. WrestleMania. Right there. That moment itself was the beginning. Yeah, it was after. Yeah, yeah. See, was right. Yeah, good shit, bro.
Mm, yeah, the Montreal
Yeah,
that was after this.
yeah. That moment itself was just amazing,
Yeah,
bro. He
that's
didn't,
something.
huh? This was like the birth of Mr. WrestleMania. The birth. This was
Yes,
it.
the birth of Mr. WrestleMania.
And this is why it was like such an iconic moment because the way he held the title in the ring and the way he looked into it was like you could
He
tell it was
actually
a dream for him. He cried, yeah, exactly.
like,
You know, you're a tag team competitor, and
and I
especially
think
when he was like a year prior to that, nobody would have thought Shawn was gonna be the world heavyweight champion, WWE champion at WrestleMania main event the year after. Nobody would have thought that.
like it just wasn't going to be a thing of um yeah, it just wasn't gonna be a thing of yeah, since you're a tag team guy, you're gonna be a world champion. It was just if you're a tag team guy, you're a tag team guy.
Yeah, but give me your thoughts on how you feel about it. Like now that we talking about it, like the Montreal Screwdriver. What's your thoughts about it?
The Montreal Screwjob. The fact that it was completely unscripted. The fact that Brett was actually livid about that.
Mm-hmm.
It was just wow. This is like wrestling at its realest.
Bro, Vince screwed him for real. That was the crazy part. Yeah,
Yeah,
Vince really screwed him,
yeah,
bro.
dude, he really did. Like I can't deny that. Just for the simple fact that it was like Vince, you had one job.
And then obviously he brought him back like about how many years after that happened? Like 10 to 12 years later. And then he had a match with him at WrestleMania
Yeah,
to kind
which
of like
was
recover from that. But you can't recover from that moment, bro. That moment will never be recovered.
you're like, dude, you really screwed him over.
Exactly. So that's why to
Like
me,
you can,
it was fucked up.
yeah, like you can tell like Vince just had no remorse. Brett was like, what the hell? The ref,
Why should I let go of this title to Shawn Michaels? Especially
yeah,
with all the problems he's been going through, all the tests he was failing at the time.
exact, yeah, especially that. 'Cause it was like, dude, like Sean's like two more two more physical tests away from getting released, and you want me to drop the title to him? Like I
Exactly.
get people were going to WCW and shit, but you don't screw them that damn hard.
Yeah.
You could have had it where like Brett defends the title the next day before he goes to WCW.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what kind of led Brett to go to WCW too.
I think this was the real like push over the edge. Like before, it was just tipping, but the screw job was like, yeah, you know what? Fuck this.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, I feel like it was good. In a way, you know? Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like it was good in a way.
yeah. I think it was because after this, I think Shawn was definitely one great heel.
Hell yeah. He like,
You think Shawn knew about it or no?
yeah, hell yeah. Sean knew about it. But Vince was the one who didn't want to pull the trigger because of Sean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Jet said, why are we gonna drop the title to a man who's leaving for a double pay, a big paycheck? What sense does that make?
No. Do you think like Shawn knew? Okay, this is the night where Vince is gonna screw Brett.
I mean, Sean says he didn't know. Obviously, Sean's gonna deny it, but I think he did.
I don't know, man. Like some people just go in there thinking they're gonna have a nice match,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then and then it's just I
Yeah,
think
Sean
if Sean,
obviously knew because of the sharpshooter he put on him. But
yeah,
then
but
again,
like
in
knowing
BBC Sean interviews,
Sean,
he denies it.
like knowing Sean, you would assume, okay, I'm gonna go over, so why the f should I try? Let me just put on a 3-star match at best, and then put you in the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
When
Only
like you in that
Shawn Michaels, the ref knew. Yep.
like you can visibly see like Sean trying to put on a good match, and it's like, why would someone is gonna take the W
Yeah.
like try this damn hard?
Yep. And honestly, Brett never recovered after that because after that he went to WCW and that didn't go too well.
And then like he came back for a little bit, and like that didn't work well.
That didn't work well. So Brett never recovered after that happened. You could honestly
Yeah,
say that was a career ruining moment. Yeah.
yeah,
Career ruining moment. But
it
yeah,
just
guys, huh?
shattered his career.
Yeah, because then he probably never looked at wrestling the same. So and you can't really blame him either.
And it's not like, oh, like this was still early 1900s,
Yeah, it was
1980
like
something.
90 something. 90
Yeah,
something.
like man, this isn't like Sting where WCW falls and he just waits a couple years and goes to TNA.
Yeah.
Brett was already old at this point.
Yeah, man. He really was. But
Like, there
Sean and
was no
Brett were the two best. That's why people felt that was fucked up. Like, how can you do this to? At the time,
yeah,
people thought Bret Hart was the best wrestler. How can you do this to the top guy?
yeah, exactly. You really fucked someone over just because they're leaving. Like
Hmm.
I get the whole okay, you're leaving so you can't take the W, but you don't deserve to fuck someone that damn hard over.
Hmm. I agree with Jet. You see what he wrote?
What is that?
WCW ruined the perfect opportunity to use Brett.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Oh my god, you
They
guys
kind
have
of
one,
took off with this. They kind of took off with this and made him into the star of WCW.
but no,
Who
that's
knows what WCW would have been if they would have did it the right way?
don't get me wrong. They would have still went down, but still.
Yeah, of
Don't
course.
get
Because I'm not gonna lie, the Monday Night Raw was destroying them. But at least they were competitive.
Yeah, freaking like everyone talks about how WCW had Hollywood Hogan. Dude, imagine a heel Brett just bashing WWE. Not like how some people do it today.
Yeah, exactly. But guys, that's about it for this video. You know, this was a top 5 moment, so we try to give you as much as we could. Right? Anyway,
Yeah, like
yeah.
we
At
try
least
to
it
give you
wasn't
as much.
too short. Huh? What you were saying?
Like we try to give you as much as we can. We try dropping weekly. We're always busy, so it always ends up on weekends sometimes. But we're glad it got to be tonight. Glad we got viewers today. Glad we got to interact with people.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out, guys. Whoever's came out and communicate with us, thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. We like it.
Where should we tell them the next videos that'll be dropping?
Yeah. All right, guys. Now that we're officially heading into WrestleMania week, this week coming up, we're officially gonna be dropping. Damn, how many videos we dropping this week? Right now? A lot of videos this week coming up.
All right, so we're gonna be in the NXT Takeover video
With MSG.
with MSG predictions. That like that pay per view will like be co-videoed, and then
Yeah.
WrestleMania will have its own video.
Yep. Rightfully
And
deserved.
yeah, and we're also gonna be doing the video of like how it felt to be an MSG supercard.
Yeah. So we got that coming up. We're gonna be dropping a video at the event. So small videos, and then after that, after WrestleMania, we're gonna talk about WrestleMania. We're reviewing WrestleMania the next day. We're gonna review MSG and NXT Takeover. So we got a lot coming.
We got reviews. We got live reactions.
Exactly. It doesn't get any better than Talk for Glory, man. Guys, if you're new, drop a like, drop a sub, turn on notifications. Follow me and Enigma V4 at Twitter. Links are in the description. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Stay tuned. Turn on those notifications for this week coming up. It's
I'll
gonna
drop
be
the
a
Discord.
packed week, huh?
I'll drop the Discord in the comment section after this video.
Yep. It's gonna be a pack week, man. Pack weekend, WrestleMania weekend. Me and Enigma are gonna be at MSG, the Mecca. So yeah. Thank you guys. And then let's not forget Hall of Fame. Nice that. We're gonna review Hall of Fame too, Enigma.
No, we're not reviewing it.
Enigma, we're not reviewing Hall of Fame.
Nah, man. There's nothing to review. We know everyone that's going in.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not even gonna be watching it. We're gonna be at the event. But yeah, thank you guys. Good night. Have a great night.